Hey, welcome to Planet Hex. I'm Andrew Hawnt. It's time to go tape hunting again. And this time, it's all about the metal. Metal! We love a bit of metal. And VHS heavy metal tapes were always a big thing for me. Because it wasn't really something you saw on TV much or on the radio much when I was a kid. We didn't have YouTube or anything like that when I was growing up. So videotapes of metal bands and concerts and compilations and the magazine tapes like Hard and Heavy and so on were a big thing. So I'm going to go take a look on eBay for some of those heavy metal tapes that made me so excited back in the day and just see what they're going for, because I honestly have no idea what they're going for and what is available at the moment. So I've just put in heavy metal VHS for the time being. Let's go to a lowest price and see what comes up. So we've got Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion for 99p. That's something that was to be aware of with some metal tapes. There's some rock and metal tapes back in the day that they weren't very long. Some of them just had a few music videos on, a few interviews. It wasn't that common that you would get like a full show or something really extensive. There are some exceptions to that, like Oh Say Can You Scream by Skid Row, that was like 2 hours long and full of content. But then I remember having like a Britney Fox tape that had 4 music videos on it and was 25 minutes long. So it was a bit of a mixed bag getting music tapes back in the day. So let's see what we've got here. Yeah, Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion 1. Bon Jovi Crossroads, so that's like a good length. That's got lots of videos on it. $1.99. There's an Apollyon Sun promo there. That's interesting. The Tom G Warrior Band. Transformers Heavy Metal Wars. The Girl Who Loved Powerglide. I remember that one. That's a good tape. Deep Purple. Queen Greatest Hits. Good value. Good value there if that's something you want there. Dokken One Night Live. Who was on that one? That's an NTSC tape. That's a slipcase NTSC tape. I'm not confused. I'm curious to see who was on that tape. So it's Jeff Pilson, Mick Brown, Don Dokken. Oh, that's George Lynch. There's George Lynch on that one. No mould or anything like that. That's an interesting one to have. The story of Dokken is a very interesting story. Got Megadeth Rusted Pieces there. How long was that? That's only about a half an hour or so, looking at that. Sorry, I've still got a dodgy throat, by the way, so I do apologise for the weird voice tonight. Yeah, so Megadeth is an interesting one. They had lots of lineups, but quite a consistent sound over the years. So that one is only about half an hour long. Let's see what's on there. Oh, 45 minutes, but still. Let's see what's on that one. So we've got Peace Sells, Wake Up Dead, In My Darkest Hour, Anarchy in the UK, Holy Wars, and Hangar 18. That's probably got some stuff added, like interviews and so on like that. I had a few of the like single band tapes, like AC/DC and Def Leppard. I had that Def Leppard Visualized tape. In fact, I'm on that video. It's because it contains tracks from the Don Valley Stadium show, which is available in its entirety on YouTube. So if you go and have a look at the Don Valley Stadium show for Def Leppard in 1993, there is a 15-year-old me in there somewhere amongst 80,000 other people that were there, or whatever it was. That was a really good tape. Lots of videos from the Adrenalize era and some live stuff and some like TV interviews and things. That was good. Metallica 2 of 1, relatively short one, that one. Yngwie Malmsteen live in Leningrad, Trial by Fire. That's I understand that one being a bit dearer, $8.99 for that one, because that's a lot more rare. Here we go. We've got a Hard and Heavy here. Now, Hard and Heavy video magazine was a big deal for me. Made in England. I'll open up Made in England. I have that one upstairs. That's a really good Iron Maiden tape, Made in England. It's one of my favourite Iron Maiden releases. Oh God. Another show that I was at, Cradle of Filth, Heavy Left-Handed and Candid, the show that was a recording of, I was there. Another Hard and Heavy one there, let's have a look there. Thrash Metal Speed Special, that looks amazing. Do you know, I would pay £8 for that. Let's get some of these Hard and Heavies open, because these were a big deal to me back in the day. I mean, we had Raw Power, which became Noisy Mothers, the show that was on like 3 in the morning. And that gave us a rock and metal fix now and again, but it wasn't as great as it could be. It wasn't like Headbangers Ball, which had access to later once we got the cable TV and stuff like that. Got a popular compilation there from the time, Protect the Innocent, I think it had like Kingdom Come and things on it there. I can't remember. Let's open that one up as well, and then we'll have a look at these tapes that we've got open. So, Hard and Heavy, Volume 7, 1990. These were listed as 18 plus, but there was very little of the content that was kind of 18 plus. But these were a big deal for me. Let's open this up. 80 minutes plus of uncensored volume video. So they had music videos on it, interviews, live footage, stuff from conventions and things like that. And it was a nice thing to have on there. Right, let's see what's on this edition. Glenn Tipton of Judas Priest focuses on a Hellbent for Leather, Legends on Film. Got Wasp, a retrospective on Wasp there. A thing about Michael Monroe. We've got Great White, Slash, Duff McKagan, Concrete Foundation. Don't remember. Oh, they stage manage Ozzy, Skid Row, and Priest, and lots of others. That could be interesting. Behind the Camera is a feature with Alice Cooper, Francis X. Never heard of them. Sorry. A World Report on Scandinavia with Candlemas and Sons of Angels. Interview with Bruce Dickinson. Interview with Dave Mustaine and Megadeth. An exclusive studio report on the new Dio lineup. That could be very good. Interview with Slaughter, Thunder, Law and Order, Testament, LA Guns, and Bang Tango, and of course those cartoons. Hard and Heavy had a bunch of mascots and things, and there'd be these little animated segues, so that was always fun. So Iron Maiden, Made in England, a fantastic concert film from the Seventh Son of the Seventh Son tour. Look at that track list: Moonchild, Evil That Men Do, Prisoner, Still Life, Die With Your Boots On, Infinite Dreams, Killers, Can I Play With Madness, Heaven Can Wait, Wasted Years, The Clairvoyant, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son in its entirety, Number of the Beast, Hallowed Be Thy Name, and Iron Maiden itself. That is a cracking tape. I'll never part with that. I'll never part with that. It's such a great show. Absolutely phenomenal show. And people complained that they had keyboards at the time, but it was still fun. Okay, let's see what's on this Hard and Heavy one. See, the prices of these are reasonable because these tapes are not that common, even though there seem to be a lot of them around back in the day. So what have we got on this one? Oh, this is the Thrash specials with Anthrax, Motorhead, Megadeth, Exodus, Sacred Reich, Lars Rocket, Overkill, MOD, Nuclear Assault, Candlemas, Heathen, Testament, Black Sabbath, Celtic Frost, Danzig, Mordred, Coroner, Forbidden, and Violence. That looks amazing. That really looks nice. Yeah, that's a good tape. These were a good way for us to feel connected to a scene that was quite kind of disparate and all over the place, just because, you know, we're in England. It wasn't all that easy to get hold of this stuff or feel a part of it. There's one of the mascots. It's Volume 9. Mother Love Bone, Robert Plant, Soundgarden. This is where it's getting a little bit more alternative. There's no shot of the back. Oh, there is a shot of the back further down. There we go. Let's see who's on this volume. Cheap Trick, yeah, Robert Plant, Lita Ford, Doro, No Sweat, Queensryche, Soundgarden, Mother Love Bone, The Bitter End, Forced Entry, Panic. Feature on Seattle, you see that was all bubbling up then. Hendrix, Send a Tape, get a track on Metal Blade's famous compilation album, If You're Hot Enough. Raging Slab, No Sweat and Jagged Edge. Manitoba's Wild Kingdom, Kip Winger, Joe Perry, Anthrax, Manitoba's Wild Kingdom, Bonham in London, and the cartoons. It was sometimes a bit of a mixed bag. You weren't going to be into everything that you found there, but it was good stuff. So on Protect the Innocent, I remember this being a compilation that was always available. It said 12 metal monsters, but very little on this is metal, if any, to be honest. Oh, there's some metal there. So we've got Kingdom Come, Cinderella, Magnum, Zodiac Mindwarp and Love Reaction doing Backseat Education, Tiger Tails, Love Bomb Baby, Back on the Streets, Saxon, Shout, Mammoth, Exodus, doing Toxic Waltz, Dogs D'Amour, Rothschild and Nuclear Assault. That's such a weird mix. I mean, it looks like an AOR sort of ballady thing, but they ain't ballads. But it's interesting to see what is available in terms of music tapes, because there are a lot of them around on here. And if there's something particular that you're after, it's a great way to find some rare strange footage that you don't really see around. Granted, I bet a lot of it is on YouTube, but it is nice to have the tape, the physical item there itself. It's really good to see these things. Oh, Doomsday News. This is a thrash metal compilation, if I remember right. Let's have a look at that one before I go. Yeah. Gamma Ray, Creator, Celtic Frost, Mordred, Watchtower, Voivod, Rage. That's a bit fuzzy. Is that Damn? Running Wild, Vendetta, Mania, Coroner, and Scammer. I can't see what that says. That's a bit fuzzy, that one. But that was a heck of a compilation. I remember seeing that. So yeah, there's a lot to go for there. When you're VHS collecting and you want to go find some rock and metal, you can find some pretty cool stuff on there. Granted, it's not always going to be very cheap, but it is going to be very cool. That concludes today's episode on VHS Collecting. I'm Andrew Hawnt. Thank you very much for joining me on Planet Hex. Do like and subscribe and all that stuff, and there'll be another episode very soon on collecting dead formats that I love so much. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and validate my existence.